And we are back, so now we're going to get into the actual strategy of doing this Facebook organic marketing. And before we even get started with the actual posts themselves, there's some rules that you want to understand and you want to keep and want to know for posting on your profile. And we talked about this a little bit during the Q part here, but number one, you never directly link on your post. Like I said, Facebook wants everyone to stay on Facebook, so the last thing that want is for you to link people off of Facebook. That does not make them any money. They're very unhappy and they will kill the reach of your post because it has links in it, so you never ever want to do that. That is number one, the worst thing can possibly do. So wanted to make that the first thing. Number two, try not to tag anyone, because remember, one of the rules was Facebook wants an enjoyable experience for its users, so they find that you can tag personally here and there. They find that a lot of times if people get tagged, it's annoying. People don't like to be tagged, because it's like, especially if you tag a whole bunch of people, it's like what and they don't want that. They want complete organic, everything happens naturally. So try not to tag anyone. You see, I do it sometimes when I congratulate one of you guys for getting a commission or whatever, that's okay, but try to just keep it to a minimum. And so yeah, unless there are specific people you want to see your post and you're okay with getting a little reach, they just typically, those tagged posts don't get a whole ton of reach, because again, they're thinking that it's going to be annoying and it's not an enjoyable experience. Don't use stock photos. Facebook is very smart, meaning the algorithm is very smart, and it can pick up when you've done like copy and paste photos. Enjoyable experience, I keep like punching that into your head. So Facebook wants you to share photos, but it wants you to share real photos, authentic photos. You on vacation with your family, you sitting at the computer working on your business, you making a funny face, whatever it may be. But if you're just using a photo, like a stock photo, like copy and paste from like a website somewhere, they know where it came from. They can actually like figure out and read where that photo came from and that you just copied and pasted it. So yeah, try to avoid doing that. Get those posts get very little reach. Number four, reply to every comment you get to increase the chance of your future post being seen by that person. Okay, and we're going to get more deep into that strategy. This is how we're going to listen. We're going to really start getting into gaming the system a little bit here. You're going to see why you want to do that. Someone comments on your post, put a heart, put laugh, don't put just like doesn't get a whole lot of a respect, like a heart, a laugh, a shock face, whatever those little reactions are. And then comment on what they said. Reply to what they said, because it's a higher chance that in your future posts that person will see your post. Okay, and here's why. Okay, what happens when you make a post? I want you to keep this picture in your head. What actually happens when you post on Facebook right now, forget business aside right now, what happens when you post on Facebook? Facebook's algorithm collects data on you. It collects data as far as who you interact with on a daily basis, and it considers those people whom you interact with the most. They must be close, relatives, close friends. The people closest to you are the people who are going to see your post first. Okay, and that's step one. So as soon as you post something, whether it be video, yourself smiling, or words, your closest friends are going to see that first. Who are your closest friends? The people you interact with the most on Facebook. That's how they figure it out. They have no idea who you know in real life. There's no way of them knowing you guys like met back in high school. They don't know that. Okay, all they know is how much you interact with each other, how much you comment on each other's post, how much you chat and messenger. They can track all these things, and those are the people who are going to see your post first. Okay, so level number two, they're going to reach your acquaintances. That post is going to now spread out to the people you talk with a little less, right? It considers these people your acquaintances. Maybe you talk every once in a while. You said hi a few weeks ago, whatever, well, you're not the closest of friends, but it can tell that you talk here and there, right? So that's who's going to see your post next. At every stage here, Facebook is figuring out how engaging this post is, because remember, enjoyable experience. So at step one, how many comments did you get? How many reactions did you get? Did you get people sharing on it? Did you get a lot of people watching your video? If it's like a live video, what did you get? So it decides, okay, it seems really engaging, let's show this to their acquaintances, let's spread this out and show it to more people. And then it happens again, the same process repeats. How many people commented? How many people loved it? How many people laughed? How many people watched the video? If it's alive, or how many tuned in. It measures these things. It's always measuring. It's a computer, and it figures out, okay, more people like that than not, so let's spread this out to level number three, complete strangers, people you probably never talked to, or maybe you talked to once, you said hi and that was it. It's going to show your post to those people, because Facebook's saying, wow, this is a really engaging post. People are loving it. They are laughing, they're sharing it, whatever. So let's spread this all the way out to people he barely ever talks to, her, she barely ever talks to. Okay, so knowing this and understanding this kind of top-down perspective of what happens when you post this, why you don't need ads. And if you know how to game the system, then you can get this effect every time that you post. Okay, so how Does the algorithm decide this? The short answer is speed of engagement. Like I said, what percentage of views get a reaction? Views meaning how many people see your post. They see your post. What do? Do they just scroll past it? Do they ignore it? Do they comment? Do they like it? Do they share it? Do they go ape about it? Do they watch the video? If it's a video, knowing this is how you game the system, so you want people to respond to your post as much as possible, because then okay, great, then more people are gonna see this post. Okay, so let's do some Facebook profile hygiene. Right now you might have a profile, or you're thinking of starting a new one, whichever one it may be. Here's some hygiene tips for you. We got to clean it up. Okay, when you're talking about an email list, when you're doing email marketing, they call it email hygiene. The same thing goes for your profile on Facebook, because now we're using Facebook as our sales funnel. So number one, start deleting friends whom are not or never will be interested in your post. So you might be doing affiliate marketing, where you're doing affiliate marketing for some kind of fitness offer or weight loss or whatever, but you know that your cousin is anti-fitness. I don't know why, but your cousin just hates everything fitness related. They're never going to buy any of your stuff. They're never going to look at it. They never talk to you. They hate you. I don't know what it is, but get rid of that cousin. Just delete them, because it's not going to benefit you, your post, your business, nothing. Just delete people who are never going to be interested in your stuff. Get rid of them now. Okay, the next thing, make your banner and your bio look professional. Okay, get some nice photos, not a profile picture of your dog or a cartoon, or like this is business media. Okay, like I put here, no longer do you have social media, you have business media. People are not gonna do business with someone who can't even show their face on their profile, right? It's maybe you'll make a sale, I don't know, but it's probably a much safer bet if you look like a professional and look like you know what you're doing, not like a picture of like deputy dog or something like that. It's like, what the hell, it's like, who's this person telling me I should buy this relationship product or whatever it is that you're selling. So it's just a much harder sell. So if people land on your profile, they're like, hey, who is this person? It should look like a nice profile. Okay, all right, now one of the keys to understand here, I call this the circle of engagement. Okay, one of the ways that Facebook, like I said, knows who your dear companions are is, do you draw and do you all discussion to one another? Do you remark on one another's posts? Do you like each other's posts? Do you share each other's book? How much do you truly communicate together on Facebook? Realizing that, like, truly let that hit home, knowing that, aha, I can game the framework then. At that point, regardless of whether I truly don't have the foggiest idea about this individual, perhaps I like it, perhaps they're simply, you realize, someone residing in like China someplace, I don't have the foggiest idea about that individual yet, assuming I connect with their post enough and they connect back with my post sufficient, Facebook will think we know one another and begin showing my post to them all the more frequently. Okay, so make it a post, a perspective of you posting as well as you drawing in with others too. To this end, I said before, when somebody remarks on your posts, ensure that you answer to those remarks, since what is that showing Facebook? You folks should realize each other, right? The more that you connect to and fro, you all should know one another. Okay, cool. So the following time you post, I will show your post to this individual. Okay, you perceive how we game it. Give me a 1 in the visit, assuming you comprehend that idea there. Okay, Facebook will expect that you know one another, so that is the reason I do what I call commitment trains. I could do without post interfaces any place on the post, not in the remark, not nothing, since I believe individuals should remark however much as could reasonably be expected to get my thing, since I will answer to them, and assuming I answer to them, odds are next time that I make a post they will see my post. Okay, so I'm similar to positioning them to thump them down. So this post I probably won't be, you'll see somewhat a greater amount of the procedure here in a moment, yet this post I probably won't. So whatever this post, I could be sans offering stuff. Hello folks, do you need this free talk career visit thing script that I have? It's marvelous. Who needs it? Remark yes, me, down underneath, and you see this large number of individuals saying okay, me. I answer to them, I say okay, cool, look at your inbox, man, magnificent. I'll send it to them in courier, right? And the explanation I could do this is on the grounds that tomorrow I will have a pitch. Tomorrow I will say, hello, I got this thing, it's 27 and it resembles got every one of these rewards, and it's wonderful. Those individuals will see my post since they as of late cooperated with me. Facebook believes we're dear companions, so I could do that for like a week and get a many individual collaborating with me until I blast wreck them with the deal. Does that seem okay? Does that will be that clicking somewhat? Let me see here. There's some gracious, there's ones in this. Okay, there's a ton of ones. Everyone's comprehension it. Okay, I plan to consider like various ways of making sense of it, yet definitely okay, everyone's shrewd, they get it. Great, okay, so be key a smidgen of what I was referring to. Okay, so on the grounds that you know this, since you realize that your presents are going on, be displayed to your dearest companions first, and afterward your colleagues, etc. How about we increment the size of your dearest companions, assuming you have 1,000 individuals on your companions rundown, and you're continuously captivating with like 500 of them consistently. You have 500 individuals that will see your post each time you post. Contemplate that it's nuts appropriate with the expectation of complimentary, as you don't need to pay for advertisements. So number 1, 15 minutes before you post, begin drawing in with your channel. Go through your channel. Okay, go through it and begin drawing in with it. Begin Remarking on others' stuff give that adoration back, begin hearting and snickering and responding and enjoying and sharing, beginning doing all that. Since you're heating up your channel, they hit this heating up. Those individuals are bound to now see your posts since you're going this way, and that with them. Right. Number 2, settle on your advancement cycle a few days. You'll go for arrive at the number of individuals that might at any point communicate with, the number of individuals that might at any point get commitment within different days. You'll go for transformations different days. Okay, now that I collaborated with a ton of individuals, and many individuals will see my next post like they've been seeing the entire week or the following, the most recent couple of days. Anything your cycle is. Okay, my cycle is commonly 3 weeks of commitment, multi-week of selling. That is my thing. Yet you realize anything you desire to do yet those times you go for change, meaning those times you make a post about some course you have coming out, some partner offer thing that you have, like everyone I got this great thing remark beneath, assuming that you need an okay in the event that you do this right. And many individuals will see that post right free of charge since you game the framework. Okay, where do I get thoughts for content? So number 1, understand where your listeners might be coming from. Number 2, know your educational program. And what I mean is your specialty, right? What is the stuff you show? This is another motivation behind why you want to constantly pick a specialty that you're truly enthusiastic about. That way you generally have content thoughts, a ton of your passing thoughts over the course of the day, stuff that you think about. How I can do this, since you love that stuff. It exactly you're about. Okay, your clients, wins, stories, experiences, deals, calls, protests. I get on deals calls constantly. I couldn't care less in the event that I make the deal or not, on the grounds that I'm bringing notes down, and a ton of times I'll get thoughts for content just from the deals call, like stuff that they let me know I'm similar to, gracious, that would make a very decent piece of content. That is cool. You realize I get thoughts from wherever content you consume. A ton of you are devotees of your specialty, and you understand whatever you're into, stuff that you consume. Perhaps you went to an expert class like this and you gleaned some significant experience, and you're similar to, hello folks, I gained tons of useful knowledge from this expert class. Look at this thing I learned. You realize that is all there is to it. There's content thought wherever. So the thought behind your post is to make publicity. So how would we make promotion? And here are the 5 sorts of content that we sort of spend out there. We will share results, share the outcomes, share the work, share the worth. My most loved pose inquiries. I do that a ton. It gets a poop ton of commitment. And make solicitations is number 5. Okay, the 5 substance models there are to be for the 4 substance paradigms. I'm simply so. Number 1 is pictures, right? Facebook likes pictures. They like pictures. They like drawings, they like photographs, they're like whatever. Number 2 is video. Facebook cherishes live video. Go live on the off chance that you haven't begun doing it as of now. Facebook loves resides. Okay, since it's an exceptionally local piece of content to the stage, they love you going live. They love recordings since they keep individuals on Facebook, right? That is what they love. So going live is perfect if you have any desire to go experience consistently. Marvelous. It's likewise an extraordinary way for you to rehearse a portion of those abilities that we said to fall head over heels for showcasing deals generally. That great stuff. Number 3, short structure message. Don't underrate the idea of showing like a brief tale or like a little speedy 3 hints or whatever. In light of the fact that individuals like effectively consumable. A data right, extremely short. I realize I get along admirably in the event that I see. Number 4, a long structure message, which is another choice, assuming I see a tedious account that happens for like 2 pages. I don't peruse it, I skip it. Yet certain individuals really do. Certain individuals like perusing long, tremendously lengthy posts. I'm not one of those individuals, yet it's in there to resemble a long post sort of essay. So we should turn out a portion of these top to bottom. Offer the outcomes. What does it resemble? Okay, I trust you're taking notes, since this is where note-taking will be something worth being thankful for. Okay, so share the outcomes. What does it resemble? Contextual analyzes tributes. In the event that you don't have tributes of like your own clients or anything, it very well may be your own tributes, like stuff that you realize you can enlighten your own declaration regarding things. Screen captures. I like to do that occasionally. Stories. I was at this very moment. I'm there. I will show you a few models in a moment and why it works. It shows the whole. So your crowd may be far away from their desired outcomes, yet when they see you posting about brings about this multitude of various ways, they're telling themselves, gracious man, I want to be there, right? Recollect what I said the start of this, preparing, understanding the reason why don't post stuff just pell-mell. For what reason am I representing this results post? Show the whole. You folks are here, and here's where I am. Alternately, here's where an industry chief is, or you realize anything you desire to expound on. Don't you need to be here? Yes, I in all actuality do approve. Say that is promoting showing the whole, yet trust you're showing results. Individuals need to realize that something truly works. So, hello, I believe that this works since they're showing their outcomes. Verification, it's another large thing it makes want. So they see these outcomes, they see all that you're doing, and they're saying, blessed moly, this thing is magnificent, like I need it. So what does it resemble? Similar to this, I feel reveal that Jake is here, he'll perceive the one as far as possible on the right, and definitely so you obtain results, you get tributes. A portion of these here in the center, that is my old tutor there when I used to do partner advertising subsidiary showcasing. I used to advance his course, and you see there I was making like $1,000 days and stuff like that. There's one that is a tribute from a visit that I had with a client of mine, and she said that I'm glad to such an extent that IT rack down you yakety yak so I can repost this stuff. It doesn't need to resemble cash. That is the thing. On the off chance that you don't bring in cash and you're similar to goodness, I don't have the foggiest idea what to post, like tributes and results and stuff. It doesn't need to be that a ton of times, relying upon what specialty you're in. Novices see the littlest thing as like something gigantic. It actually shows the whole, even the littlest win that you have. Hello, I made my first video today on YouTube, and you can like post an image of it and like hold up. That is wonderful. Like, all I would never do video. How would you do that to fledgling? That is hard. They're seeing you like hold up. You should be like on the peak. That is astounding. So it doesn't need to be something beyond preposterous. Okay, share the work. What accomplishes? Share the work. Look like its experiences. What are you chipping away at? Pull back the shade right between the scenes at the time considerations. You all are dealing with your business, right? You folks are going through your day-to-day schedule, your day-to-day routine. You all are dealing with stuff. Be human. It's Facebook. You realize. Be a customary individual. Show pictures of yourself. Booting up your PC. Show pictures of yourself attempting your item, or anything playing with your canine. It might be in any way similar to requiring investment off work today, and that is all there is to it. Resembles. Hold up. Cool. You realize he has a canine like mine. It resembles. It isn't so convoluted. Assuming appear consistently, others will appear consistently, yet assuming you require like a 14-day long separate. It cools the calculation, and it has no clue about who your companions are any longer. It won't show your post to anyone. You start from the very beginning once more, so it's smarter to post consistently and get to 100 presence than on stress over what do I post this one time. That knocks individuals' socks off. Don't stress over one post, stress over 100 posts. Simply post constantly. Okay, why it works. Perceivability. Fabricate the know, like, and trust. Again, you're showing that you're human. You're a standard individual. Reviews the experience. So in the event that you're selling, like I was selling a course, so I would show pictures of myself, like investigating the course, like watching the course, and say like, man, this course is truly wonderful. I'm showing the work. It's like I generally concentrate on it, like I'm up 3 a.m. concentrating on the course, and individuals resembled, well, what course is that? It actually brought interest. Individuals were asking me, well, what that will be, that how you will be. You realizing they're getting remarks. Okay, form authority. Since you're showing the work and I've shown pictures of myself like working and stuff like that, it constructs authority. Okay, he truly does this. He doesn't have like a staff like making it for him or any such thing, right? So making closeness too, in light of the fact that you're stripping back the drape, you're showing that this is all genuine. Dislike. I'm very much like some phony. You realize a phantom someplace. I'm a genuine individual chipping away at a genuine business, so it makes that closeness. It makes that impact of like, okay, that is, I can do that excessively. Okay, on the off chance that is a genuine individual doing this, perhaps I can do it too, right? I hear a few models, me working diligently pondering this expert class matter of truth, this very ace class. You realize I posted about it. Do you have your ticket yet? It's me contemplating the expert class centering all extreme. Here's one that I really utilize. Like I said, I posted about that equivalent course that I was selling, me going through it. Gracious, I go through it each time. Made over 30K over the most recent 4 months all, and I got this multitude of remarks, and individuals were getting some information about how much does it cost. You realize it resembles. You post about stuff you're doing and it gets revenue. Share the worth. What does it resemble? A ton of you as of now have any idea what worth is, and a large portion of you accept that worth is the way to showing stuff, right? You see individuals say that all time I give esteem, yet I'm here to let you know. Educating as one section. Sure, you can show significant hints and deceives and techniques, and that is extraordinary. That certainly stands out. That will get you commitment remarks and begin getting your name out there. But on the other hand, there's conviction shifts. I call it legend busting. So individuals accept a certain something and your substance inspires them to accept something. Those conviction shifts make this staggering dopamine hit, and it resembles blessed poo. It resembles, wow, I got the most insane worth ever. I can't really accept that you recently said that I can't misrepresent. Like Trisha is here. Trisha, she expressed something about another compute game, right, that I accept for essentially as long as I can remember that I resembled. Okay, this is the best one yet. Her interpretation of it resembled, no, this is the best one, and here's the reason. And it was a conviction shift. It knocked my socks off. I resembled. I never considered it like that. The event that you can make that impact with your crowd, those are entirely significant on the grounds that it makes esteem, right? Sharing the worth, yet it additionally lays out you as some sort of power, since it resembles how like you change my entire thing. My attitude is totally moved, so the way that I would entreat you to do that is consider untouchable relics. What untouchable relics are is anything in your industry that is broadly accepted. The vast majority think, okay, Facebook promotions, a great many people like I will run Facebook advertisements. I will stay there and demonstrate to you the entire day that Facebook Advertisements are a poorly conceived notion, and those conviction moves that individuals have resembles. While I never considered it like that, you see what I'm talking about, so that is truly important to individuals. Now they see me like you should understand what on earth you're discussing. Let me follow a greater amount of your stuff, right? So that is fantasy busting, and it's exceptionally strong. So on the off chance that you ace that entirely important post, okay, system or strategy, basically the same as how to stuff bit by bit. List posts the main 5 methods for doing this a bit by bit for you to do that. Individuals love that. Share your story. Those are truly significant. Why? It works, lays out validity, it makes correspondence, says individuals like getting stuff like with the expectation of complimentary, like they love that, and it makes this feeling like I ought to give something back to you since you're continuous giving me this magnificent free stuff, right? Correspondence. A great many people are not jerks, though. They'll attempt to get offer back, right? You're giving them something, they'll offer back, right? And it positions you as a pioneer. On the here's a decent one on the right, you see a post. Does this look recognizable? Arranging the following scandalous expert class. What's it going to be? And you see who the victor is. The way to get simple Facebook traffic without promotions. Got 12 votes. You're sitting in at the present moment, so I'm not some like innovative virtuoso that just thought about this on a mountain ridge someplace with a like Shaolin priest or something. My crowd let me know that they believed me should make this masterclass, so I made it and I sold it. You can do this consistently, so the more you become your Facebook gathering and you test them like consistently and say hello, what, how about the following thing? Be correct consistently. You have something you can sell. Suppose you have 1,000 part gathering and you have $100 thing that you will sell and 100 of them get it. You can make 10,000 consistently, and individuals feel that 10K a month is really hard. I just explained it for you. Very much appreciate that. It's that straightforward. That will require investment to fabricate 1,000 part bunch, yet it's that basic. Okay, not even it's 10 of your gathering individuals. It's not even that many individuals. Okay, on the left here you'll see an exceptionally famous post that I just discussed has 83 remarks on it. What here's identity is getting everything rolling with subsidiary advertising. Like I said, that my interest group, right? It was composed on December 30th, 2020, and just so I show you a touch of where am I going here, would it be advisable for me I show you a model? Like I said, you don't need to post consistently, right? You don't need to post each and every day. I'll show you precisely what I do. So I will go here to bunches. I definitely realize that is in the Snap Pipes bunch. I posted on the Snap Channels bunch on December 30th. Now how about we see where it will be? It very well might be truly far down currently. Okay, no, that is not it. That is another, but rather, okay, so this is the thing. I'll do Facebook bunch hack. Go to the pursuit bar inside the gathering. I'll look through myself, click on myself. Where is that post? Who in here? Getting everything rolling with partner promoting. There it is. I found it. Okay, currently here's the thing about Facebook gathering and how you can sort of hack the calculation. Again, the way that Facebook bunches work the most is of late drawn, and post generally gets pushed back to the top. Okay, so what many individuals do is they'll post, and as individuals remark, they'll go through and they'll answer to each and every remark the absolute first day that they post. Well, that is not a smart thought in light. The fact that each remark can possibly push this post back to the highest point of the gathering. So that is a poorly conceived notion. Leave some unanswered, leave them unanswered, and answer to them over the long run. Okay, so there may be some in here I didn't as yet answer to. Here's one here. Matthew Shane Dearman, he says me expressed ideal to meet you. Okay, so I just answered to him. Okay, and presently I will reload this gathering. Okay, think about who's at the top now. When new individuals join this gathering, quickly they will see me there. I can do this consistently. Okay, and I have since December 30th. I've been doing this pretty much consistently, pushing my post back to the top, back to the top, back to the top. Okay, and as individuals come into the gathering, they see my revolting face, and they're similar to definitely me. I'm new. Think about what I know. They're new in light of the fact that they just joined the gathering, right? They remark, I answer again. I keep this post pushed up each and every day. That is a resource that resembles your bulletin. You don't need to compose another one all the time. You can push a similar one back up. I can leave this here for a year and continue to push it back up constantly. Okay, so you don't need to be some virtuoso. You don't need to do this beyond preposterous stuff. So that is a little hack there I imparted to you. I found that after I was like, I'm excessively sluggish to post each day. There must be a superior way. So I understood I resembled standby brief. I could answer gradually, and it continues onward back up, and I like it. Works, has exactly the intended effect. So there you go. Okay, so next thing, connect with solicitations. This is another extremely outrageously strong one. I love this one. Okay, solicitations is like call to activities. So what does it resemble? Who needs my yak, right? And you will get many individuals saying me, right? Same thing. Answer to them, send them that free thing, give them the connection or anything in courier. Yet presently you've connected, right? So it keeps on sharing posts together. Anecdote about my revelation, remark yakety yak down underneath. You will get a ton of that yakety yak. Anything you put, I'm in a yes me. You realize anything you put in the statements, remark this down beneath. So why it works? It makes insane commitment. It resembles gifts. Like individuals love getting free stuff, scripts, courses, anything that you make, digital books, whatever, right? Exactly the same point they make with deals. Pipes make like a gift to create leads. Same thing we're doing with post, right? It distinguishes who your objective market is. So they're the ones saying me, I need that. Okay, so should be keen on the stuff that I'm possibly selling so extraordinary we need that assists you with concocting item thoughts, so the ones that certainly stand out well. This is the kind of thing individuals should truly be searching for. They should truly need this. Okay, I'll give you a few models. Here's one on the left where I discussed a Facebook natural masterclass, and I had this like cheat sheet made up. I think Amanda recalls this one had this like cheat sheet comprised of a few enchantment words. I call them wizardry words to use in your posts and stuff, and there in the image you see remark sorcery down beneath, and I got certain individuals expressing enchantment on their I had one that was genuine basic, got 42 remarks, a great one who needs my 4-square natural structure that assisted me with producing 106 894 out of 2020 without pipes advertisements or an email list. Well, individuals were like sacred, yes I need this thing, so it got a ton of remarks, and many individuals say definitely give me that. That is wonderful, yet the thing we're sincerely attempting to do is get those answers so we can hack that Facebook calculation once more. So Facebook figures we should be dear companions since they're drawing and I'm connecting back with them. We're talking in courier. Having this entire volatile right. The one on the left is on January 26th. The one on the right is on January 29th. You can see the one on the left got 13 remarks, the one on the right got 42 remarks, so you can see just inside the range of 3 days the distinction in remarks and the distinction in reach and commitment. Since I was dealing with it, since it resembled a need to attempt to get this thing, you realize the expert class is coming up, so I'm developing publicity, get increasingly more, arrive at increasingly more commitment each time. Okay, so